Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Gentlemen's Tabletop Games. Today we are playing Commanders featured in Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 2, The Book of Earth. Starting us off, we have Steven, a relatively new player. He's been in one other video that hasn't been uploaded yet. Today he's playing Feng, and this is a Sacrifice Aristocrats deck. Because we're doing a bracket 2 with no 2-card infinite combos, he wasn't able to put a Basking Brood Scale in. Up next, we have a returning player, Zander. He is playing Aang, Airbending Master. This is the deck Braxton played in the previous video, and no changes have been made to it. Then we have Judson, who is here playing Azula, Cunning Usurper. This is a ETB, clone, and steal stuff deck as he plays his commander, flickers her, or copies her with other effects. He intends to steal as many cards as he can. Finally, I am here playing Toph, Hardheaded Teacher. This is a converted land creature deck from Jyoti Moag Ancient. In this deck, I intend to earthbend as many times as I can and stomp the table, or sacrifice my lands and outvalue them with landfall. Though this is a bracket 2 game, unfortunately, nothing can be done if a player gets the perfect 7. Keep that in mind, as something may end up happening. Without further delay, let's begin. Starting us off, Steven plays a forest and casts Brushwhack. Then Judson's turn, he plays a Soul Ring, tapping it for a Silver Mirror, and then passes the turn. On Zander's turn, he plays a land, tapping for Soul Ring, tapping for Isochron Scepter, imprinting Everybody Lives. I finish off our turn 1 with a Blast Zone. After no turn 2 plays from Steven, Judson then casts 3 steps ahead, drawing and discarding, and then casts a Ghost Vacuum. Zander then plays a Pearl Medallion, following it up with a Ghostly Prison, and passes to me. I just play a land and cast Arcane Signet, and we move back to Steven. On Steven's turn, he casts Path to the Festival, and moves to Judson. Judson casts Agatha's Soul Cauldron, and set Toru the Infiltrator.
I hate to break it to you, but Pearl Medallion does not.
Zander just plays an Oketra's Monument, and passes the turn. I finish off our turn 3 with Toph, Hardheaded Teacher. Steven's turn 4 is casting his commander Feng, and then Judson exiles both sorceries in his graveyard. After spiting Steven, Judson's entire turn is a Panharmonicon. Finally, for fun, Zander casts Everybody Lives in Judson's end step. Starting his turn, Zander casts Aang, Airbending Master, and then he follows it up with a Restoration Angel. And this is where we present a loop. When Aang enters, he airbends one target creature, which allows him to cast it for 2 mana. Because of Pearl Medallion and Oketra's Monument, he gets to cast it for free, making a 1/1 from Oketra's Monument. This allows him to airbend the Restoration Angel, which then enters and exiles Aang, repeating the loop. This allows him to get any number of 1/1s as he chooses, and then on his upkeep, he'll make that many more. Unfortunately, due to brain rot, he chooses the number 67. Trillion. With nothing better at my hand, I warp out a use Social Engineering, earthbending 1 on a mountain. I then cast Radha, Hearts of Held, earthbending. I then pass the turn to Steven, hoping he has something. The only thing Steven can show us is that he can cast
The Boulder!
and do
The Boulder!
Voice. He then follows it up with the Shared Roots. Finally, the only one who could do anything vaguely productive before our timely demise is Judson, as he casts his commander, Azula, exiling Aang with its ETB ability.
Oh yeah, Command Beacon. I guess we'll stack the Command Beacon. Yeah, and then cast your commander for 3. Yeah. All of us, I'm assuming. I'm assuming all of us, because if it just eliminate David, that would be really stupid. In response, activate your Isochron. Response, I'm going to activate the Isochron, and I'm going to choose to create a copy of it, and I'm not going to cast it. Okay. GG's. Nice. Oh wait, we gotta shake Steven. Alright, well that was quick. I guess we're playing another one.
Alright, welcome to the post-game talk. Unfortunately, there's not much that can be said here about most of these decks, as the Aang deck kind of won the game on turn 5. The Azula deck had a pretty strong start, but he only kept one land hand because he had a Soul Ring into a mana duel. The Toph deck didn't really get to do as much as it could because usually in our playtest it would get out of Grinning Ignis and earthbend all its lands. It's kind of like a Hearthhold deck. We do have a second game of this that was recorded. Unfortunately, it's not going to be released at this current time. It will be released later. I'd also like to remind you, yes, the Aang deck did win on turn 5, however, there's no helping a perfect 7-card hand. Even what he drew into helped speed up the process. He didn't even have his win condition in his opening hand. I'd like to thank you all for coming today, and I'd like to remind you, like and subscribe, interact with us in the comments as we're trying to hit 500 subscribers before the end of the year. Thank you all for coming, and remember, stay gold.